Hello, everybody, and welcome to Curtis's Podcast Network. I'm the host of the channel. My name is Curtis, and this is This AFC South Show, number 116, and we're going to be breaking down Week 8 in the AFC South.
Whoops. I'm just going to leave
That's
that down
Isaiah's
for a
keyboard.
second.
That's Isaiah's keyboard.
Yeah, look
He's
at it.
our
It's all
Huh?
nerd laid out. Look at it. It's got the nerd layout. So I got like my buttons in one color and then got my ASDW. Oh, yeah. I got the nerd layout. I'm going to fix this real quick. I swear.
Crushing it like K-Cups. With us this week, sitting in for Blake, and always welcome on this channel, Titan Fox, our resident Titans fan for the evening. Titan Fox, how are you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you for the invite. Always appreciate it.
Brother, always happy to have you. Always happy to have you. We already got a comment in there. Right of the line. How about them Gators? Just had to throw that in there for Isaiah.
Yeah, fuck them. No. Hey, it worked. Sweet. Yeah, I just had to like unplug it from the computer and plug it back in. It's good now. Was not fucking happy about that whatsoever. We like came out, had a nice first strong drive, and then
Womp.
we got fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. He went womp in the swamp.
Womp womp.
Yep. That's our resident Jaguars fan, Isaiah Michelli. Fan of most things Florida. Not all things.
No.
Not all things, but most things Florida.
I'm Floridian.
Yeah, he's a fan of TF. So I mean, even still.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down. Huh?
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say, weirdly enough, my baseball team and my basketball team, I go for the LA Clippers, and I am a San Francisco Giants fan. So I got California teams for basketball and baseball. Only thing I like from California, but that's a topic for another time.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Pretty sure most people are fans of the Lakers anyway. But anyway. Right of the line. Bayshawn says we got destroyed by the dogs. I was embarrassed by that loss. And then right of the line says, not the swamp. It was here in Jacksonville. Does it sting worse when your favorite team in college loses in your favorite team stadium in Jacksonville?
My favorite team's been losing in Jacksonville for a long time, okay?
Yeah, but now it's a different favorite team losing in that same stadium.
Don't care.
Same pain.
I just wish Kirby Smart would shut his stupid fucking mouth and stop trying to, it shouldn't be a neutral site. Shut up. Shut up. You had Stetson Bennett for 16 years. You got lucky. Shut up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the AFC South, okay? Even though Tennessee's currently ahead of Kentucky at the moment in a back-and-forth game. So we don't have our resident Colts fan, Jeff, with us. So we're going to have to be filling in and talking everything we can for the shoe. So with that being said, the New Orleans Saints come into Indianapolis 2-point favorites. Not being able to play very good football as of late, and really it's not any fault per se of most of the Colts that they've been losing the last couple of weeks. Minshew a couple weeks ago had a pretty solid game, but whatever. The Browns. The Browns are just going to Browns. Is Isaiah invisible again?
I'm still in the room. Hold on.
Yeah, he's invisible again. Isaiah got the brain pain. Y'all ever watch Waterboy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, in the chat, what's your favorite football movie? Drop it in the chat. All right. Top 3, Waterboy, Necessary Roughness.
What is it?
The OG Longest Yard. TF?
Yeah, I'm going with Waterboy, the newer Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, and The Replacements.
Good one. Yeah. Would have taken Varsity Blues as well.
Oh, I don't know about them pretty boys.
Remember the Titans, always a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Colts, Saints. Carr hasn't really been solid this season. We taking this win. Carr hasn't won against us in a while, says Bayshawn, which is probable. Oh, that's what you were doing. You were changing into your Andrew Luck jersey.
It is I, Jeff, Colts fan. Who are we playing this week?
The Saints.
Ah, yes, the Saints.
They will go down in a hoof of
I,
glory.
Jeff, think that we're going to cover the spread on our own because we're that good. Zach Moss, good guy, runs ball well. Gardner Minshew, going to sprinkle a little magic in there, you know. Good bounce back game for the defense after a sad showing last week. Hopefully the NFL doesn't fuck us again and the refs screw the game. Okay, that's a good one. What else would Jeff say? Colts things. Nay. Nay's a good one.
Get off my back.
Yeah.
Stop
Get off
riding
my-
me so hard.
Yeah.
This could go many different ways.
Yeah. Pull my mane. No, just kidding.
Oh yeah, it was never the Titans in the words of Jeff.
Yes.
So the Saints aren't a bad team, but they're definitely not a good team. And with the injury to Anthony Richardson, do you think the Colts, who are now 3-4 heading into week 8, they're obviously better than we anticipated at this far. And even being in these games without Richardson, I think Steichen's done okay to have their team in competitive games. I think that's going to be a thing regardless of who's slinging the rock. And I think that's going to continue. And I think Minshew will actually get a little bit better as time progresses. Because I don't mean like,
he only gets worse.
oh, he's going to be Pro Bowl. But I mean, like, I think he'll just.
I mean, shit. Anybody can make the Pro Bowl if you vote for him. Tyler Huntley made it last year. I mean, that doesn't tell you all you need to know.
I mean, I feel that. Like, I really get that one. But
Colts 35-20.
I mean, that's actually not a bad point. The Browns defense is pretty dang solid. They were not only able to move the ball very, very efficiently and put up points, they did it like a lot of points. And that's hard to do against the Browns. The Bengals only scored 3 points against them.
I mean,
So did we.
Are we really bringing up the Bengals right now?
No, I mean, yeah, but the Titans only scored 3 points against them.
Are we really bringing up the Titans right now?
I mean, I hear you. You know, it's like people saying, Justin Fields is in the middle of a pretty historic run. Nobody in the last 2 seasons has thrown for 4 touchdown passes in 2 consecutive games.
Oh, yeah, I replied to that. Did you see my reply?
No.
I replied the fact that Tua threw 4 and his backup came in and threw 1 along with 5 touchdowns from their running back. Like, oh, man, really got him good with Justin Fields. Like,
yeah. Oh, God.
Stupid.
Sidebar here for a second, okay? Did you guys hear about this Blueface stuff? Like
no.
the rapper Blueface
I know who
at
that is,
the LA Rams game?
No.
So at the Rams, not mistaken, the most recent Rams game could have been the game before. He is at the Rams game, and for some reason the camera's like, "Oh, hey, it's Blueface. Let's go look at this guy." And he just pulls out money and throws it on some strippers who then are like shaking their ass in like thongs.
Oh, I heard about him bringing 2 strippers. Actually, I just didn't know what the reference was.
Oh yeah, so that's what happened.
Oh.
So if I'm not mistaken, we're and I could be wrong. I believe that they were shown on the Jumbotron, and Kelly Stafford, Matt's wife, who wants to bring their kids to games, is like, I'm not bringing my kids to games if we're just going to have ass everywhere.
Her loss.
and booty
Fair.
shaking right of the line. Yeah, exactly. Booty shaking. Look, and I get it. You know, I'm a guy. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, but the kids though. After all, it is we're watching grown men play a kid's sport. You know what I mean? Like it's a game. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, Bayshawn. But so he basically Blueface hears this and calls her a white Karen, and then says, "Matt, you better come get your girl before I get disrespectful." And I'm like, "Whoa,
Damn.
whoa." So I wonder what's going to happen there. I mean, I really don't have a dog in the fight because I don't care about the Rams, but like. Somebody said that there's no difference in those strippers doing what they were doing compared to what their cheerleaders were doing and wearing. And if anybody is at home, please, in your free time, Google what the Los Angeles Rams cheerleaders wear, and they are night and day. Night and day. Okay. Anyway, rant over.
Colts suck. Saints by 20.
You taking away Olave, Thomas, Kamara. The Colts got the leader in tackles. 2. Derek Carr under pressure this week. 2 interceptions. 1 fumble. Just saying. Hey,
Are they hurt, or why are they? Olave, Thomas, Kamara. Is he saying they're going to take him away, or that they're hurt, or what's going on? With
I think he's saying that they're taking them away. Right of the line says game of inches. Yes, it is a game of inches, sirs. Bayshawn, again, Blueface is crazy. I just don't understand him and his crazy ass situation. The replacements, longest yard. Remember the Titans? It was never the Titans, in the words of Jeff. I wanted to see if anybody actually got in on that top 3 football movies. Isaiah, top 3 football movies, top of your head.
Longest yard. Oh,
Which one? The OG or the Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler. I like Adam Sandler.
It's hard not to like Adam Sandler.
I know, right?
Oh fuck, man, you got me thinking about fucking. I mean,
on the spot.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Longest yard. Remember the Titans and
Wildcats. No, I'm just kidding.
Wildcats. Oh, no, what's the one where the dude goes to Notre Dame? Fuck.
Rudy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sean Astin, yeah.
Yeah, good movie. I would say those 3 are my top 3 off the top of my head right now in this moment currently.
A close 4 for me was the movie Brian's Song, the OG with Billy D. Williams and James Caan. It's like from 1974, and it is a touching film, riveting. Right of the line, he just doesn't like Burt Reynolds because he was a Seminole. Yeah.
Who? No.
Not to mention, Bayshawn says, not to mention JT had his best game against that stingy Browns defense. Imagine what he can do against the Saints. The Saints are not slouches against the run, per se. Everybody assumes that they're bad against the run, but they have yet to really be just run through.
Yeah.
The Texans had their...
Yeah.
Like, they were worse last year, and a lot of people are judging it off of that, but this year they've kind of stepped it up. And they've had a pretty solid run defense.
Brian Brees is going to eat JT's ass all night long.
Jesus. All right. So,
Isaiah, by the way, you can't yell out Saints by 20 still wearing that jersey. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's almost sacrilege.
Fuck 'em.
Hey, did you get my pun there? You're wearing an Andrew Luck jersey, and I said it was sacrilege. Sac.
Yeah, but I get it. I've got the neck beard to match, you know. No.
Oh, what's up, guys? I'm Stanford, man.
I shaved my
Yeah. Can't tell where my neck beard stops and my chest hair begins. What? No.
Dear diary, sign me up. All right, so let's get some predictions. Let me do a thing here real quick.
This is going to be a down game for Minshew. I can feel it.
Like Down syndrome or
Syndrome of a down.
Oh.
Minshew looking like prime luck. Yeah, absolutely not.
All right. Orange. 8 Indy. All right. Score predictions. TF, lead us off. Colts, Saints. Who's winning?
Colts 28-17.
Colts.
I'll explain real quick.
Go for it.
Okay, so the way that Minshew, kind of manages the game, the way that he fought against the number one defense in the league right now, and short of a bad call, could have taken that home. High scoring game. Just he's keeping everything in check. He's got the right weapons around him. The defense has been playing good for the Colts. I will say this: I did sit Minshew on my fantasy team because the Saints secondary looks pretty good. So I don't think it's going to be super high up in the 30s like it was against the Browns, but I still see him pulling it out.
That's what she said. All right. 28-17 from Titan Fox. Isaiah, Saints at Colts. Whomst you got?
Okay, this is my Jeff prediction. 30-21.
30-21.
That's Colts taking it, of course.
Naturally.
Yep. And then
he doesn't like showing his nipples on camera. Only Jagged has been a mild success because he won't show his nipples on camera.
Payshawn got him by 22, except in the opposite direction. Colts 41-21. Nice.
And for my Isaiah prediction, I've got Saints 28, Colts. We'll go 16. A little bit of a chaos pick.
You say 28-16?
28-16.
Heard. I'm going to go with the Colts in this one because there's not a lot that the Saints do on offense that actually scares me. I think the Colts have a solid defense at times. At times when they've got pressure on the quarterback, they're able to kind of control games. That's what they were able to do against the Texans and a couple other teams this season. So yeah, I think that they have the tools to be able to mess with the Saints offensive line enough and directly Derek Carr. So I'm going to predict 24-10 Indianapolis. And that leads us to the next game, which will be we'll let the division leader wait till last. So TF, would you prefer to go now?
Sure.
Okay. Then we will go with Atlanta traveling to Tennessee.
Yes. The only place that we've actually won this season in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Kind of excited for this game because, as Justin Mello said in an article, he pointed out that the coach or the people inside the organization seem to realize that we're at a bit of a crossroads. I mean, you see that with them, with the loss of Kevin Byard to the Eagles. We're shoring up for the future with getting the 5th and 6th rounder. So we're looking a little fuller on draft picks next year. And then all this talk about Henry and D-Hop possibly getting traded, which today Diana Rossini actually dropped the ball first about the fact that those two are pretty much safe, not going to be traded. Anything can change on any given Sunday, though, so I still have my worries. I'm not going to sleep well until Tuesday night.
Yeah.
But we've had some moves since then. I know they've been elevating some people from the practice squad. They demoted down or dropped down to practice squad Chance Campbell and Shaheem Carter. I thought Chance Campbell gave us a little bit of depth at inside linebacker because it seems to be a little on the weak side. Some people are criticizing, Aziz, and maybe rightfully so, bouncing off of people instead of actually tackling them.
Yeah.
But they are elevating to the squad in lieu of McCreary's injury, because apparently he's going to be out with his hamstring injury this week. So they're elevating Eric Garrer, a preseason fan favorite, and they're saying basically he could be the punt returner, because we all know who we don't want it to be, Captain Muff. So hopefully Levis gets the start. I know Vrabel was preaching about it's going to be both quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. I think we've seen what we need to see out of Malik, and I don't think he's shown enough to say, hey, here's a bunch of potential. I say you give Levis a chance, see what we got in him. I mean, take advantage of the fact that Tannehill is injured. I know the way that Vrabel is, he's stubborn. He'll probably say, wow, you did great, Levis. We can't wait to see you in 2024 because Ryan's healthy next week. What? Well, luckily it's going to be a short week. We play tomorrow and then right back on the field against Pittsburgh on Thursday Night Football. So that's a very fast turnaround. But to say that within 1 week from 2 days ago, within 1 week, we could change our fortune and be 4-4. Fans would not be so angry and probably go, hey, maybe we do have a chance. Maybe there is something here. Hopefully, because I'm always thinking that. We went 2-14 before we got Mariota, and the whole season, 14 losses, and I was sitting there on my couch. I was like, go Titans. Oh, if we could just get that one turnover. Come on, somebody intercept it. Because I just kept the hope alive. I always have. 24 years now. But there's my thoughts. What about you?
Just looking at some of the injury reports real quick. Let's see. Bud Dupree for the Falcons, questionable. Tay Davis out, linebacker for the Falcons, and the punter Bradley Pinion is questionable. That's interesting. Wiley, Tannehill, McCreary out, Naquan Jones questionable. Taylor Stallworth, the defensive tackle, is on IR. I didn't know he was on the Titans.
Neither did I. That's new.
Interesting. Let's see. I didn't get these for the Colts, so let me go ahead and get this real quick. Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus May, Alontae Taylor, Jimmy Graham, and Michael Thomas are all questionable for Sunday's game. Juju Brents for the Colts, Braden Smith, the right tackle, are out. Tony Brown, Zach Moss, Eric Johnson, questionable for the Colts. Interesting. With that being said, Bayshawn's got some comments real quick. You can book that 41-21 score for the Colts Saints game. Titans win 34-3. Desmond Ridder is more inconsistent than Kirk, my third cousins. Bayshawn also says, feed Henry before he gets traded. And I literally cannot disagree. Like, I don't understand how the whole world knows that the Titans have to give the ball to Derrick Henry, except for the Titans.
Yeah.
It's like, I get that you want to do things for the future. And Spears is doing good things when he's been given the reps. But he's not Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry. He's just not being allowed to do Derrick Henry things.
Yeah.
Not nearly as often, at least. So with that being said, I think the Titans have to win this game. If the Titans lose this game, I think you should start worrying about who's getting traded when and where a lot more viciously. Because looking at 2-5 versus 2-4 is a much different scape. So this is going to be ridiculous, right? I got the Titans winning this game. I don't expect a lot of points. I expect this to be an ugly football game. Every game that the Falcons have played has been close. And the games that they've won by a last-second field goal. Literally last week against the Texans, week 1, and week 1. There's another game that they won. I just can't remember the other. But I think they beat the Packers or something on a last-second field goal. But they're both teams that traditionally do better at home as of late. And only one team can be at home on any given week when you got a matchup. So even though they got to drive just a little bit up 65, the Falcons go back home with a loss. Titans win 21-13. I say that 21 points happens because of this. Desmond Ridder throws a pick. Titans get like an early Derrick Henry touchdown. Later in the game, maybe Will Levis has a good drive, gets him into a touchdown, set like deep in the second or something, and then Derrick Henry just does Derrick Henry things again. Maybe Spears. I don't know. But I imagine that the Falcons are going to be – their offensive line isn't great, and I imagine that they're going to be getting that ass ate by Jeffrey Simmons. So, Isaiah. Twas never the Titans, though.
Was never the Titans. I have Atlanta winning this game. I don't think it's going to be a big win, but I do think Atlanta's going to win. I think Will Levis is not good at football. I think he's going to have multiple turnovers in this game. I'd be surprised if he didn't. I'd say like 21-14, the Atlanta Falcons win. Do we know the status of the running back beyond Robinson? Do we know his status right now?
Bijan's clear to play.
Okay. Yeah.
He was cleared to play last week too.
He was hungover or something last week. We don't know.
Yeah, so that was weird. But so I think the Titans. I think the Falcons are going to win this one. Which actually reminded me. I don't know why I remember this earlier, but TF, you're from Jackson, like the Jacksonville area, right?
Yeah, I'm in Jacksonville.
You remember Joey Ivy, who played for Florida, then ended up playing for the Titans later, like in the NFL. He was D tackle for Florida. He played for the Titans.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I played at a rival high school from his little brother, but I've got his game worn jersey from Florida.
Nice.
But that reminded me, because I know he played for the Titans for like a year or two. I don't know why I remember that earlier, but yep, I know that guy. I know his little brother. Anyways, but I'd say like 21-14. Falcons win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I think both teams are going to score a touchdown or two, but I don't really see this one getting out of hand either way.
Yeah, actually, I'll agree with you on that one. I think 17-14 on run the clock down, last drive. Nick Folk nails a field goal to
give the Falcons a taste of their own medicine.
14 tie, yeah. What?
To give the Falcons a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, right? Hey, you guys are always winning on a game-winning field goal. Why not us?
Yeah.
Especially since Nick Folk hasn't missed a single thing all year. No extra points, no field goals, no nothing, even 50 pluses.
Yeah.
And compared to the last 3 people we had before him, as the training camp and preseason went on, they were all awful.
Yeah. All right. Well, that leads us to the Houston Texans traveling to Carolina, where the Houston Texans are favored by 3.5 points. This is a matchup of the not just 1 and 2 overall picks, but 1, 2, and 3. So I'm excited to see how that's all going to line up in the stars. But the Panthers are struggling right now. I'm going to pull up the injury report right quick. I don't know why I'm like really leaning into this Southern accent tonight, but
Yeah.
right quick.
What you talking about, Texan?
Every time, so obviously, for those who don't know, I live in Tennessee.
I know.
I said for those who don't.
Oh.
Yeah, GTF. God,
jeez. Every time Titans fans see that I'm a Texans fan, they're like, "Oh, you from Texas?" I'm like, "Nah." They're like, "You ever been to Texas?" Nope.
Hey, we're changing that in January, baby.
That's true. That is true. Big ups. Jeff getting married.
Yeah.
Jeff in Houston?
Yeah, Jeff's in Houston. He's a Colts fan in Houston. You're a Titans fan in Jacksonville.
You're
I'm just out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
I'm literally like in smack dab in the middle of all of you, basically.
Jesus. If I wanted to go to this game, tickets are as low as $20 for the Texans Panthers. Let's look at who's in and who's out. For the Texans, Titus Howard is questionable. Xavier Hutchinson, questionable. Robert Woods, ruled out. Brevin Jordan, out. Sheldon Rankins, out.
Wow.
For the Panthers, Laviska Shenault, out. Brian Burns, questionable. Frankie Louvu, questionable. Von Bell, is out. Sorry.
Out.
And Xavier Woods is questionable. Stat leader wise, Bryce Young, 115 to 182, 967 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. According to the maths here on the matchup predictor on the ESPNs, it says that the Texans have a 62.8% chance to win. I don't know if I understand where that math comes in, but yeah. So look, the Panthers are not good. They've got good pieces, and they've got young talent, and they've got Frank Reich. Enough said. Okay, so I think the Texans win this game pretty easily. I agree. Cody King in the chat says Houston should win easily. I agree with you. Again, Cody King, live in Texas, hate the Cowboys. When I was young, I was watching my dad's team, was an Oilers fan, followed them to Nashville, and then the Jags whooped up on them that day. And I was like, all right then. Bayshawn says 35-3 Houston. I'd be shocked if the Panthers even score. CJ Stroud is still playing, right? Yeah. CJ Stroud is still playing. Damn. Cody King, literally been a Jags fan ever since. My family hates bandwagon fans. That was literally my thought process on becoming a Texans fan. I was at a Titans-Texans game. They got their ass whooped. They were brand new. I was like, can't call me a bandwagon if I jumped on like day 3 instead of day 1. So, whatever. Let me get a prediction. So, from me, I got the Texans winning this game. I'm going to go 31-17. Texans. TF?
Right there with you on that one. Mine was going to be in a very similar range. I was going to say 30 to 15.
30 to 15.
Obviously, Texans. I just don't see the Panthers having any firepower at all. And I will say this, though. Poor Bryce Young, short guy that he is, he's still got way better touchdown to interception ratio than Ryan Tannehill does.
Yeah,
so good for him, even if they're all ending in the L's. But so yeah, that's my score.
Okay, Isaiah.
I don't know. This one's hard for me. I do think that the Texans are going to win. I don't think they're going to win as handily as maybe some people think. I feel like for some reason they're favored by this much. They're going to play like a really close game for some reason. I like Stroud. I've made it very known since he was coming out that I like Stroud. And I continue to say that he is the best quarterback from this class, and I think he will end up as the best quarterback from this class, like when it's all said and done between all of them. I think that Bryce Young could potentially have a decent career in the NFL if they really like build a line around him where it doesn't get hit so much because he's a little guy.
He's a little guy.
I could see it going either way, but I could see like a 21-24 Texans win. Is Tank Dell back?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, Tank Dell will be back. I go 28-17 if Tank Dell's back. I think Texans will win a little bit more.
Okay.
Good call.
Whoa. Hold on.
I know. I just saw the thing.
We'll get to that, Cody.
Yeah, we're getting there. They're literally the next thing. Okay. All right.
I do respect Cody, by the way, for what he said right before that. He said literally been a Jags fan ever since. My family hates bandwagon fans. My entire family is 49ers fans. I was born in California. I lived a lot of time in upstate New York, right near Buffalo. Titans fan through and through, no matter where I ended up, even in Jacksonville. So I respect that a lot.
Damn Skippy. And with that, let's get into the division leading.
What? Crown wearing? What? Beer sipping? What?
Oh.
Pussycats.
Taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Bless you.
Whew, another one.
Bless you again.
Another one. Dust.
Did you just, instead of the word bites, you just sneezed that line?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to use that.
Please do. So, Jaguars favored by 2, taking their teal asses up to Acrisure Stadium, and they're trying to give Mike Tomlin what for. All right. This is an AFC Central matchup from the 90s. There's not necessarily a lot of people now who gave a shit about that. However, I do. I thought it was cool. So with that being said, Isaiah, Mr. Isaiahms. Oh, Isaiahms. It's your turn.
Cody, I hear what you're saying. Mike Tomlin always plays better going into the bye week. Mike Tomlin doesn't often lose a home. He doesn't lose often when the Steelers are dogs. I get that, but I'm talking about the motherfucking Jacksonville Jaguars here.
The Jags, what?
The Jags, what? Yeah, exactly. We are like the Steelers might be the only franchise in the NFL that we are currently like a positive win-loss against. And we traditionally have done well in Pittsburgh. I don't know why. I mean, we beat them twice in Pittsburgh in 2017. And well, once 2017, once 2018. Same season, whatever. We've beaten them twice in a season 2 times. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any problems here. Their offense sucks. Every game they've won, they've had less offensive yards than the other team. Their defense is ranked 30th in the NFL, 28th in pass, 25th in the 2007 season. I was 7 years old. Forgive me if I forgot that one. Anyways,
he's a baby.
I'm a baby. Anyways, yes, I mean it's one of those things. We're traditionally good against the Steelers. I don't see anything, like, they're not doing anything special. Najee Harris had his best game, which is like half as good as any running back on Jacksonville's best game's ever been. Their offensive line sucks. Kenny Pickett is decent. George Pickens he's a practice menace against his own teammates, but doesn't do shit in actual games. He's talking about that we play hope defense. Well, he's going to hope that Andre Sisco doesn't knock the fuck out of him if he comes over the middle. It's just, it doesn't matter to me. The Steelers defense is trash. TJ Watt's just good. That's it. There's nothing on their defense that scares me. Cam Hayward isn't back. There's a very low chance, but he could be back. But Cam Hayward's not there. They've got that other linebacker. Highsmith, I think, is the other guy on the opposite side of TJ Watt. Trevor Lawrence did mention they played against each other in college. He's solid, but he doesn't scare me. TJ Watt honestly really doesn't scare me either, as much as people act like he hasn't really done that much this season. He barely has pressured the quarterback. It's just not. I don't see us losing this game. I could see. What do I want to go here? 30, 35. I like Bashan's prediction, but I'd say 35-13. I don't see the Steelers scoring 2 touchdowns. They might, but I don't see them having the games they've had and beating Jacksonville's defense, because they just have not been able to move the ball on offense. And I think it's going to be a tough day for them. I think Josh Allen's going to have a sack. I think Trayvon Walker will have a sack. And one thing I do want to address is, like, people, keep on bringing up the Aiden Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker thing. Shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? Y'all gave Josh Allen slack all last year for having all of these fucking pressures, and now Trayvon Walker has a bunch of pressures, but he's not getting sacks, and y'all are dogging on him because he's the first overall pick. Who cares? Josh Allen was the 7th overall pick, and he hasn't done shit until this year. Who cares? And Mike Tomlin is Mike Tomlin. He's not gonna like compliment somebody and talk about how they're a wrecking ball because he feels like it, or because like he feels like he has to be nice to the other team. Okay, Mike Tomlin's one of the greatest head coaches in the history of the sport with his record, in terms of how many losing seasons he's had, which is 0 in 15 years. He's a great defensive mind. If he thinks that Trayvon Walker is a good football player, shut the fuck up and think that he's a good football player too, because he's coming. But anyways, 35-13. Go Jags. Fuck the Steelers. You guys suck. We own your stadium too. That's about it.
Okay. Let's see. Bashan says 38-17. Pickett got lucky, and the only wide receiver I trust is Pickens, and they take him away. All they got is defense, which has won them a couple games this year, might I add.
It won't this time.
Look, I'm not. You can literally never predict when those defensive games just happen. But the Steelers just usually have them more often than most other teams. And it doesn't even matter who's the coach. Like,
Jacksonville's had them basically every week this year. They've won.
Yeah. Bashan, again, love the Austin impression.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Beat them twice, 2007. David Garrard was cubes. I get it on the history with the Steelers, but there's one problem. Kenny Pickett wasn't the QB for them back then. Different QB, different team. Cody says wow, that is fairly confident. This Steelers team ain't the same team. There's no Big Ben playing at QB. Cody says the Steelers are just scrappy. They will find a way to stay close. It's just what they do. Jags win 24-17.
Big Ben. My analogy for Big Ben is that Big Ben is the greatest backyard football player of all time. Like, you watch Big Ben play, he was not a...
hold on. You're not going to give that to Brett Favre?
Absolutely not.
Have you...
Oh, trust me, I've seen Brett Favre. I know who he is. I've seen his game.
Didn't you like retire when you were like 7?
Okay, anyways, my thing is, I played backyard QB. I'm not throwing 6 interceptions and 6 touchdowns a game. Okay, I'm throwing like 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. All right, I'm not Brett Favre in it. I'm Ben Roethlisberger in it.
I mean, I guess
This man was crazy, bro. He'd be like falling backwards, throw it up, receiver catches it, like hitting his boy Mike Wallace for a touchdown in the back of the end zone while doing a backflip. Like he was just a goofy dude. He had no business running as much as he did. He's like 6'5", 250. He's a cheeseburger away from being a right tackle. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was scary seeing the first guy have him dead to rights off of defense, hit him, and then 3 more guys had to come in just to get him down.
Yeah, and if it was anything less than like 260, whoever was hitting him, they're just bouncing off onto the ground and he's taking off. Like it was huge. It was crazy.
Clarence Austin says Deontay Johnson is playing wide receiver is playing this week. Also, Hayward isn't playing this week. Steelers DB group was really banged up. Luke Baraku and Darius Rush may be their starting corners. So it seems the Jaguars will actually get to play Darius Rush.
I was going to say, isn't Darius Rush the one that got cut by the Colts for some reason?
Yeah, the one that Jeff thought was going to be the starter all year.
And they kept that piece of trash, Darrell Baker, who's literally one of the worst corners in the NFL.
Yeah. Bashan says he's an upgrade from Pickett, so Pickett is really going to struggle because he ain't in that same atmosphere as Big Ben. Well, yeah, just like generally speaking, like physically speaking, they're literally physically light years apart from each other. Big Ben could just like sneeze a football 40 yards.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett can
barely hold on to the ball.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett in his baby hands.
Yeah, I really should have said 45. Jags 45, Steelers 17.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I would love to see it.
I mean, wouldn't it be nice
if Jacksonville would stop taking their foot off the fucking gas? Maybe.
Yeah. TF, give me let's hear your take on the Steelers Jags.
Okay, well, I say if ETN keeps running the way he's been running, I mean, you got sufficient wide receivers for the Jags that are staying healthy. I do like seeing George Pickens succeed in this league, but I just feel like your secondary has shown, and I'm talking to you, Isaiah, your secondary has definitely shown that they've got what it takes to get quarterbacks rattled. I mean, the whole defense does. Throwing pick after pick, and I'm just like, hey, these guys have got something figured out. So I'm going to say 27-10 Jaguars. And it hurts my feelings to say Jaguars. But
that's a tiny towel right there.
Isn't it?
Where'd you get that thing?
It's literally a shop towel. I just picked it up and folded it so that you can see. That's not very big.
Tiny towel. Clarence Austin.
Look at this huge towel right here.
Trevor Lawrence getting yelled at for talking about the terrible towel. That's reason enough for the whole rest of the team to come to his defense.
Steelers fans,
nothing but polite.
Steelers fans can deal with it.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I have some props up in here.
Calvin Austin Jr. That's not the right name. He's a Steeler. Clarence Austin says, yes, he got cut by the Colts, so he may start tomorrow. Sullivan and Jerry Porter have foot and hamstring injuries. Bashan, Kenny Pickett will live up to his name 4 picks. Yeah, I mean, there's only been one quarterback to come out of Pittsburgh, and his name was Dan Marino. That's it. I don't know anybody else. I mean, there have been others, but they just haven't been
not successful in that.
Yeah,
you're right. Dang.
Steelers fan gonna be falling apart all over the stadium. So much. I hope. That grammar. You gonna think Ric Flair is out there? Woo! Oh man. Did I? Oh God. I wish I could do a good Ric Flair, but one day. All right. Well, score prediction from me. Clarence says 31-20 Jags. Watch. I'm going with the Jags. Okay. The Jags are playing great football right now. They've got a lot of, what was that, 3 in a row?
4.
4 in a row.
3, 4. We're 5-2.
Yeah,
4 because we won week 1 and then lost 2 in a row, and then so now we have 4 in a row. Yep.
Okay. 4 in a row, traveling into a hostile environment against a team that overperformed last week, against a team like the Rams, who were very hot and cold. I'm going to say Jags 30.
I like it.
Steelers 17.
I like it.
AFC South going 4-0 tomorrow. Just watch. Hey, Bayshon, I love that energy. A lot of AFC South fans just want to talk shit to each other. And part of what we try to do is at least be like, respectful of each other's teams, be knowledgeable of each other's teams. And, it's like the SEC being in the national championship game. Even if it's not your team, you're like, they play us. So that makes us look good because they're doing well. I have that same energy for the AFC South in the playoffs. So you better believe if Houston doesn't make it and the Jaguars do, I'm not going to be like buying a jersey or anything, but I'll be like, woo! You know what I mean? I'll be cheering. I'll be cheering for the Jags. I mean, shit. Can we not have a new champion? Like, that'd be great. Like, let's just have a new champion. Somebody's never worn the hat before.
Oh, what could have been if the NFL didn't intervene. Yeah. Eagles versus Jags 2017.
Texans fan. Revenge is a dish served cold. You got us in Jax, but we're coming when we play you in Houston. Repeat of 31-9 from last year. Look, I did not expect that game to go like that either. If you caught the show prior to that game, I'm pretty sure I predicted the Jags would lose. The Jags would win like 45-3 or something.
Yeah, I think it was like 41-3 or something like that.
Yeah, I did not see that game coming. CJ Stroud was like, guys, I figured it out. We're gonna be okay today. I got it. I got it. And then he did. Is it actually possible to get 4 now with the way the playoffs are set up into the playoffs? So in theory, we could have the entire AFC South in the playoffs.
The Titans are already eliminated from that.
Well, yeah, in spirit, but
okay. But no, I mean, technically yes, because it would be one team would be the winner of the AFC South, and then the 3 wild card spots would have to be taken up by the other 3.
Yeah,
they talked about that on the Rich Eisen show. Like, technically speaking, the AFC North could have every team in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not going to because the AFC North sucks, but
facts. The Bengals are the seller of that division, right?
At the moment, yeah. But I mean, every team in the AFC North is basically just showing flashes here and there. Nobody's showing consistency, really.
Yeah. Bayshon says it is possible we could get. Oh shit! I can't wait to see Lawrence versus Stroud 2. Going to be a good team. We should be 4-3. I'm still not over it. Bayshon's a Colts fan. Jags underestimated the Texans. D was like trash, and the Texans are like trash versus the Texans. But I really think the AFC South can have 3 teams in the playoffs. It's definitely possible. There would need to be some some other teams to just fall all the way off the map in the AFC. Because the AFC is the most like power dripping, like these motherfuckers. We stacked in the AFC. NFC, it's like the Eagles, and then it's the 49ers, it's the Eagles, and then whoever the hell else.
Maybe the Lions, but the rest of that place is the rest of the NFC is just garbage.
Yeah,
it's a dumpster fire over there.
It's bad.
No, I got told somebody the other day on Facebook who was a Texans fan trying to like talk shit to me. Like, I get it. You guys beat the shit out of us in the first game. And he was like, oh, you're not willing to talk about that game. I'm like, yes, the fuck I am. Like, you guys beat us on broken plays. Y'all had 3 touchdowns off of 2 broken coverages where there wasn't a DB near Tank Dell. And then you had the touchdown that was run back on the kick return. Like, you guys beat the shit out of us. It's fine. I'm willing to talk about that. But the Texans, like always, are currently overperforming what they have. And that can only last for so long. I don't think it's their year, just like I don't think it's Jacksonville's year to win the Super Bowl, even though I love to think it is. The Texans are playing on borrowed time right now for playing better than they are. I think next season they will be pushing for a spot in the playoffs, wild card, or even potentially pushing Jacksonville for the number 1 spot in the AFC South. The Colts are also kind of playing on borrowed time, especially without having AR in there, who looked better in the beginning of the year, but kind of started to show his old tendencies as the year went on. And then the Titans, I think they just are in total rebuild right now. Unfortunately, I don't think they have anything in Levis or Malik Willis. And one of those guys could work out. And I think if they gave Willis more time and actually let him develop instead of just like putting him in the basement and then be like, oh wait, Levis is hurt, you have to play now. It could have happened, but this year it's Jacksonville only in the playoffs. I think next year we could see potentially the Colts or the Texans. If the Titans made some drastic changes in the offseason, maybe. But as of right now, it's only going to be Jacksonville in the playoffs from the AFC South, as much as I'd love to see multiple teams in there.
Yeah.
Isaiah, you know what you should have done when he was like, you don't even want to talk about that game. You should have been like, have you heard of this AFC South show? Like, what I do, bro? I actually have a friend of mine here in Jacksonville. We've been friends for 6 years. We always ride each other. He's a diehard Jags fan all his life, and I'm diehard Titans. And so we go back and forth, but it's always in fun,
Yeah.
Like we'll always cut each other's team down, but we understand it's just, guys being guys.
Yeah.
But he said, he's like, why are you always hating on the Jags? And I said, I sent him a link. I was like, go check out this show. See how respectful I am about the Jags. Like I talk very respectful about them. Just like I do the Texans and the Colts. I don't just run them down. That's ridiculous. I'm not that kind of guy. And he checked it out and he was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that show existed.
Yeah. As much as I hate the Colts and the Titans, you guys have seen from the show, and TF, you've been watching for a long time. I've got good things to say about players and the teams whenever the time is, and I try to be as knowledgeable as I can on the other 3. But I love to mess with people, and outside of the show, I just shit on the Colts constantly to Jeff because Jeff gets riled up easy, and he thinks he riles me up, and really I'm just riling him up more. But no, it's never any ill will when I say something, wrong about another team. If I'm saying it in a setting like this, I 100% believe it. And until I'm proven wrong, but I don't actually hate any team or anybody,
Exactly.
Except for the Titans, but nope.
Speaking objectively, not like just as a fanboy, as long as you're speaking objectively, it could be any team in the league.
Oh yeah.
Like I always call them the Dallas Cowgirls. But they're a respected franchise.
Oh, no, I hate the Cowboys, honestly.
Yeah, so do I.
This is a pro-cowboy hate podcast.
I don't know who the Cowboys are. You talk about the Cowgirls, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
The cheerleaders are nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, let's get out of here. We've been here for an hour. Folks, let's recap real quick. We'll recap the scores. I predicted the Colts win 24-10. The Titans win 21-13. The Texans win 31-17, and the Jags win 30-17.
9-4, Bayshawn. You are crazy, bro. It's not even possible for them to be 9-4 after week 11. Where's the extra 2 games coming from? Bro, you are a wild man. I like that, but I don't know where the extra 2 are coming from.
Bayshon says Chargers got a defensive coach but doesn't play it. Clarence says the Chargers falling off, the Bills having mad issues, the AFC North will beat the shit out of each other.
Least clutch duo in the NFL is definitely Justin Herbert and Staley.
Yes. Bayshon says Raiders and Broncos are who we thought they were. Trash.
Yes.
The Bills, isn't Josh Allen the Messiah?
From
right of the line. Bayshon again. And then right of the line bonus wins. So, yeah. Isaiah's predictions for the Colts as Jeff, 30-21 in favor of the Colts. And his prediction was New Orleans 28-16. He took the Falcons over the Titans 21-14. He took the Texans over the Carolina Panthers 28-17. And of course, it was always the Jags 35-13 over Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
TF rounding us out here chose the Indianapolis Colts 28-17, the Tennessee Titans 17-14, the Texans 30-15, and the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-10 over the Steelers. Damn.
That's pretty unanimous. Almost all of those were
the same
AFC South picks.
Yeah.
I was the only one that threw some chaos in there.
Only one little element of chaos.
Yeah, Isaiah's pick on Atlanta was the only one.
Yeah. Well,
no, I picked New Orleans as well. I picked New Orleans and Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your little.
Oh, you were wearing the Colts jersey.
Yeah.
No, I took it off when I predicted them to win.
That's right.
I made the joke about 20 points, but whatever.
Wogos win one, get one. That'd be nice. 8-4. My bad. Saints, Panthers, Steelers, Patriots, Bucks.
Bayshon, 8-4 is 12 games. Where's the extra game coming from, bro? Go to sleep. Good night, my friend. Good night.
7-4. When's the Colts bye week? Anybody know that offhand?
Apparently,
is it after week
11?
Be
after week 11, because
so week 12,
a free win in
there. All right. Well, Isaiah, TF, thank you as always for joining me, folks. In the comments section, right of the line, Bayshon. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss nobody. Cody. Cody King. Bayshon. All right.
Week 11.
Y'all be good.
What was this? What did you call Clarence? Calvin?
Yeah. Oh, Clarence. Yeah, Clarence.
Yeah, I shouted out.
Calvin. Sorry, Calvin. Man. But anyway, so be good people.